Your commentators, Ian Chappell and Tony Kosiak.
Bowled him. Beautiful delivery by Dilly. What a start for England. Shoaib goes, so he won't have to worry about changing his shoes. Shoaib bowled Dilly, no score. Pakistan have lost their first wicket.
You can mark that wicket down to the previous delivery. Shoaib was onto the back foot prematurely and beaten by a delivery that he should have played forward to. Pakistan 1-4-2, and Shoaib is back in the pavilion with a duck against his name.
The new batsman is Ramiz Raja, an experienced player. Oh, beautifully bowled. Outswinger really going here for Graham Daly.
Yes, he's had it going all summer, right throughout the Test series. And that was a great example of the outswinger. Pitched at around about middle and leg, so the batsman had to play. And what a perfect length it was. In fact, it was probably a bit too good as far as Graham Dilley is concerned. Swung far enough to miss the outside edge of the bat.
Philip the Freitas. Well, he's got 4. Outside edge again, but it counts. They all do. And a rueful smile there from Philip the Freitas, just over the top.
That's one of the advantages for a batsman on a bouncy pitch. If you go full tilt at the square cut and you get a bit of an edge, it really does fly.
So Dilly comes in to Kazim Omar.
Gladstone Small is the fielder, or would have been the fielder if he'd been 3 or 4 yards quicker. And a break there for Pakistan. They've just broken the shackles with rather a thickish outside edge.
Very well placed. The bat face was opened up there and it got between the gully and the point and was good enough to beat the fast-flying Gladstone Small into the fence for 4.
And it is to be Ian Botham to come in for the members' end. He'll have the benefit of that easterly breeze coming from his left as he's running up towards the batsman. That will assist his in-swinger. Could be out. Is out. A slash away outside off stump. Just Broad the fielder down at third man. Kazim Omar got away with a couple early on, but it's a second wicket down for Pakistan. England are doing well at the moment.
Kazim getting a little bit frustrated. Heaved at a big square cut, caught the top edge. Chris Broad, who's had a magnificent summer, running in from third man, accepts a straightforward chest-high catch. So, Kazim, what's he made, 200 again? No, it's only 21. Port Broad bowled Botham, and Pakistan 2 for 36.
Sharp me and Dad. Very fine limited overs cricketer and a magnificent test player as well.
Oh, that's well played. Smashed away in front of square, down to the boundary for 4. Ramiz there showing some real power on the back foot.
Bad delivery. It should have been put away at slow medium pace. And Ramiz did just that, hitting it well forward of the squaring umpire, timed it to perfection. And he's a very handy player, Ramiz. He's got the strokes. He's been playing second fiddle at the moment, but has the ability to score quickly. This is a vital partnership for Pakistan, with England just slightly on top after 16 overs due to some excellent bowling. But plenty of depth in the Pakistan lineup. They bat right down to number 10.
That's well played, straight down the ground. Beautiful straight drive by Ramiz, and that one running down to the boundary. Well, this was a classical straight drive. Any youngsters sitting in the lounge room watching this, have a look at this for a straight drive. No real force, just beautiful timing and a lovely straight back.
Both of them keeping the ball up, coming in from off to leg, and he hit that just wide of the onside. Beautifully timed. 50 runs off 116 balls faced.
2-4-58. That's in the air, he's got him, beautifully caught. Lovely catch there by Athey at mid-wicket. Ramiz is out, caught, diving to his left was Athey. And what a great breakthrough that was for England. They keep taking these wickets at vital times.
And both of them, nice the batsman to drive, not quite there. Bill Athey, who's had a superb series in the field, in that position at mid-wicket, does a great job for England. Pakistan on the ropes. 3 for 58. Ramiz out for 22. The 21st over.
Asif Mushtaba, the new batsman for Pakistan. He's only played in 6 one-day internationals, so he'd be pretty tense out there. This is a big one for him. He's a small man, a left-hander. He's got the chest protection on under that Pakistani shirt of his, and nice big thigh pad. He'll have a little glance around the ground. No slips for him, that's interesting. Both of them on his way now to the little youngster. Oh, he's glided that one away down towards third man. The fieldsman down there coming around quickly, but he won't cut it off. Well, that's a good start for little Asif Mushtaba. He scored that 59 or 56 balls last time round, and so he's no monkey with a bat.
No, when he does this on purpose, he opened the face, just let it run along through the slip cord, and taking away the slip for the first time in this match. Both of them who struck again, his 2 wickets.
Should be out. David Gower under it. And a simple catch for him. Ian Botham gets his 3rd wicket, all from catches.
And an unnecessary rush of blood there by Mujtaba. Wild swing, and the ball goes to David Gower. Point, and that's the simplest of catches. And Botham gets his 3rd wicket, and young Mujtaba literally throwing away his wicket after settling into his innings. 7 of 18 deliveries, caught Gower, bowled Botham. Trying to play him over mid-wicket, and ended up at point. So what looked a good partnership between Miadad and Mujtaba broken, and England once again appear to be in control. And big responsibility on the captain and the vice-captain who's with him at the other end, Javed Miadad.
It is to be Mike Gatting. Well, there you go. Might have taken none for 24 from 7 the other day, but he's pulled a tactic here that might win this B&H Challenge final for England. He's picked up the wicket of the Pakistan skipper, Imran Khan.
And a superb catch. Standing up, medium pacer, the top edge, I think. And Jack Richards took a clean and valuable catch for England. And everything going right for Mike Gatting. When you're in form, there's no stopping you. Getting out for 5 for 89.
Manzoor Elahi is the new batsman. I think when we look at the replay of that, Bill, we'll see just what a great catch it was. Jack Richards is in marvellous form.
Yes, plenty of bounce. Top edge, taken on the up. Superb piece of wicket keeping. There goes through the vacant slip cord, and that's 4. Richards standing up. May have not been fine enough to go to the wicketkeeper standing back. Brings up the 100th for Pakistan.
Gatting's got an unusual field setting out there for a man of his pace. He has his 3rd man very square, and he has his fine leg very square. A little nick on the offside, as we just saw a moment ago, will go for 4. You don't want to bowl anything round about leg stump to either of these fellas. It will cost him another boundary.
And John Embry.
That's a nice shot. Javed Miandad is a splendid one-day cricketer, a great improviser. The bowler can never be comfortable with Javed batting. Now, the other day, in the match between England and Pakistan, Embry had 62 taken from his overs, and Javed was one of the men who did it.
It's going to be Gladstone Small to take up the attack. Man out there, Gatting. Too slow. Now, if that had been Alan Lambie to swallow that, Mike Gatting a roly-poly, slow mover. Obviously not a good outfielder by that attempt.
He's normally close in to the wicket. He's a good close catcher. But he couldn't make ground there. It's not as though there's any sort of shifty surface out there.
The run rate up to 3.24 after 37 overs. And John Embry, his 5 overs across 22. And he does just that. That's 4.
That's the sort of stroke play Imran Khan was talking about with this right-hander. Gladstone Small, the bowler.
It's in the air, and he's gone. What a good catch. Right-handed by Gower, going away to his right. That's his weaker arm, and no trouble taking that one. What a happy Gladstone Small, and what another very important wicket that is for England.
A nice little partnership here between Manzoor and Jarvid ended by a smart piece of fielding by David Gower. Normally would be fielding in the outfield, but because his shoulder is sore, he can't throw too far. He threw his arm out far enough to pull that one back in. So Manzoor Ilahi out for 20, caught Gower bowled Small and throw too far. He threw his arm out far enough to pull that one back in. So Manzoor Ilahi out for 20, caught Gower bowled Small, and Pakistan now collapsing somewhat to 6 for 127.
Salim Yusuf is the new batsman. He's played in 22 one-day internationals. He's joining Javed Miandad, and this is going to be a pretty tense time for him too. Pakistan in trouble. Gladstone Small, the bowler. And that's in the air too, and he's gone. First ball out, caught him in wicket. Well, he's on an hat-trick. Well, Anthony moving around to his right, accepted the simplest of catches, and England now really on top.
Salim Yusuf in and out. So Pakistan reeling now. All sorts of trouble. 7 for 127.
Well, he would be pretty disappointed, making his way off the ground, having scored a duck. What a way to go. First ball caught by Afi of Small. That one seemed to bounce a little bit more, and because he wasn't used to the pitch was his first ball, he simply scooped it up in the air. 7 for 127.
Gold leaf for the taste alone.
And players gather, and they'd be very happy. Gatting won the toss earlier today and decided that he would ask the Pakistanis to bat. A little bit of moisture in the surface, and the fast bowlers certainly have extracted a bit of bounce and placed England in a magnificent position. So Gladstone Small on a hat-trick. This is his last ball of the over, and it wasn't to be.
Right over by Gladstone Small. Running the wicket to Manzoor, and then Salim. And this is Manzoor attempting to hit on the rise. David Gower at cover, throwing out his right hand. And he's a brilliant fielder, David Gower. If he gets a hand to it, he usually catches it. And very next ball was Salim, who got one that bounced. He tried to turn it around on the leg side. Finished up hitting it in a splice of the bat and ballooning up to give Bill Athey his second catch. And a very simple one it was.
Mudassar Nazar is the new batsman. John Embry the bowler. Well, that's in the air, and he's gone too. That ball bounces, and in comes Gower. Well, what a collapse. That looked to me as if it hit the top edge. I think it was probably the shoulder of the bat. Went straight up in the air, and Gower, who was fielding at short extra cover, came trotting in and made the catch.
Well, I don't know what we've done, Tony, but we're sure doing a good job for England here. That's hit right on the shoulder of the bat, and Gower, another very simple catch. So that's 3 wickets in about 5 balls now. Mudassar's on his way for naught also. And Pakistan, incredibly, now 8 for 128.
Wasim Akram is the new batsman. He's quite experienced. And he's also, of course, a left-hander, so a few adjustments to the field. Gladstone Small.
Oh, well taken. Beautifully caught at first slip. Both of them doesn't let many opportunities go. No, it's not. It's Gatting. Getting at first slip, diving away to his right there, getting 2 hands to that one. It seemed to be in the air a long time, and that's the end of the left-handed Wasim.
Mike Gatting, going into first slip, realises he's got the Pakistanis on the run, and that's a low catch coming forward. Never easy to do that at first slip. Gladstone Small, what a spell of bowling this has been. Wasm Akram getting the edge, so he's dismissed for 2. Now Pakistan 9 for 131 in the 41st over.
9 for 131, and Pakistan in all sorts of trouble. Thanks to some good bowling by Small, 3 for 28. Both of them took 3 for 29. But let's have another look at this catch by Getting.
Outside edge, and Getting coming forward. That's a very, very good catch. He was off balance to start with, realised the ball was going to drop forward, threw out his right hand, then managed to get his left hand to it. And isn't he delighted? As well he might be. You can see that 20,000 Australian dollars coming his team's way.
Oh, he's hit that one down the ground towards mid-wicket. A couple of bounces into the fence, and Javed Miandad all on his own, trying to create something out of this nasty position that Pakistan find themselves in.
He's a very fine player, Javed. That's his 50. And it's been a great display of concentration. Good hitting when required. Deft touch. Placement all around the ground. And off 88 balls, when there's been wickets falling all around him, it's been a wonderful performance by Javed. Graham Dilley to continue from the Swan River end.
Down the wicket comes Javed again, and he blasts that one straight down the ground.
Well, there's the drive. Where's your 9-iron, Javed? Beautiful straight drive. And what a player this man is. Under enormous pressure here. He's come down the wicket, hit it in the air, but timed it beautifully, giving mid-off no chance whatsoever.
Philip the Freightless to continue. Javed's got that through mid-wicket, both of them giving chase. He won't get it. Beautifully played. The Freightless just a fraction short. It was a pull shot that sort of throw his head back, but got it right off the meat of the bat. Plenty of bottom hand and a good result.
Well, that's the second time he's gone in that vicinity, but the first time it was up to him, and he hit it down through mid-wicket. This time the Freightless, very conscious, I'm sure, of not carrying the ball right up to Javed, made the mistake of shortening, and like a flash, through mid-wicket.
There's a big hit. Getting's chasing. Hits the fence on the full, doesn't quite make 6. Beautifully placed.
Well, just as I was saying that didn't really involve big hitting, Javed comes down and lifts the Freightless over the top. He knows he can do it. The mid-off is in, and Getting having to run back the ball, crashing into the advertising signboards, not being able to clear the boundary, and counting for 4. That's a big hit.
And it's going to be John Embry who's been left to last, because Getting was hoping that they would bowl out Pakistan at the 42nd over. It hasn't been the case. So Javed on strike to John Embry. This time he gets it. That's a straight hit. There's a man down there. He's coming around Dilley. Jaffa a bit slow turning. This is going to be very close, but he's home. Well, this good crowd giving Javed Miandad generous applause for this fighting hand. As Tony Crazy has already said, it's one of the great innings, a different type of innings. Last delivery. He hits it. He gets at least one. Dilley the cover down at mid-off. So 2 runs, a very good partnership between Jaffa and Javed Miandad, and Javed Miandad not out 77. A great innings, a standing ovation, a great performance by England.
Tremendous innings by Javed Miandad. That's one of the finest you'll ever see in this type of cricket.